So just I am so we are learning Azure Devops. So first, not a Azure. This is one of the main tool to create a CI and CD pipeline. So we initially we don't know. So think that I am also the learner for the as a CI/CD developer pipeline. So I want to know the Azure DevOps. What is the Azure DevOps tool, and what is a CI and what is a CD pipelines. So why we need to build pipelines? What is the requirement of this tool, and why I am learning the Git and source code management Git and the cloud environment. So I will framework. So I will give the framework and where is we are and why we are learning. First, we try to understand the scenario. What is the requirement of this project, this tool? That's the thing. So just you see that initially I I given class on the Git. For this source code means so the software to handle the software. So there is a software tool is that Git. So and not only Git is the only one software is that. So we having SVN and Bitbucket. Lot of software tools is there. So Git is a popular tool. So to store the handle the software storing with version wise. So after that, I taken classes for the Microsoft Cloud. So it is a cloud related. So what are the local premises, servers, everything. So this is a cloud. Just I am giving information. So cloud having the lot of services. So what is the cloud definition? That cloud offer services. So it is the form of service providing the services. That services in the form of resources. So the resource may be anything like computing, storage. So when you go, so cloud provider offer the services in the form of resource creation. This is the definition. So it will provide always. It will give any IT things is that we are providing services, digital services. That's offering the digital services. It is a form of the resource creation. So that resource may be a compute computing machines. Computer is the terminology if you divide it into the computer. So if that name is a computer, so the compute it is a calculating the things. That's why it is computer. I think everybody understood. So that is computer related. So virtual machines, resource group. So if you don't know, no problem. But there is, please understand, this is a common thing. So this is not common. This is technical. If you are tried or if you learn, if you practice, then only you can understand something. But remove this one and try to understand this one. I want to know computer section. So cloud is a service provider of in the form of resource creation. That resource may be a compute or general. So then general is some category, there is a some services are applicable. And networking, you know, the 5G 4G, so public IP, some things you can understand when you see the terminals, but everything not. So I think public IP, I think everybody understood. So firewalls, sometime hacking, security, so some aspect. So we will come later in deeply next continuation classes. Second. So next storage. So everybody knows storage. There is storage always be the same in the market of oil. In grocery shop, when you go and buy, you want to buy the some oil packet. There is cheap qualities, that is general category, and standard it is better, and premium means premium cost, pro, so type. So like that we are having the storage also divided into the Azure cloud. This is a Azure cloud, and Azure DevOps is a tool different. So we are learning that different. So I want to explain you just briefly on the cloud. So try to differentiate the Azure cloud and Azure DevOps. So Azure DevOps is a tool Azure cloud is a cloud. It is having a ocean of services. Okay, it is recording. So next web related. This is a web only web page. So from the browser Brave, okay, and mobile services. So app services, platform services, container databases. Maybe you heard databases. There is a, if you not heard, we need to know the at least basic, not fully functionals and SQL database creations documents. We having the every document creating things will be provided by Microsoft Azure in the openly in the Google. So no issue. So Internet of Things, now we normally hearing from the news daily. Internet of Things, IoT devices. Now 5G will be integrated the IoT, and it will be more helpful to the developing economy of the in country. So it will be more useful in the enterprises, not common man. So IoT with integration 5G. Now we are coming to use the 5G technology. So there is a different services. So like that mixed reality. So Satya Nadella recently given a statement that mixed reality will be the next highest level of technology. Means reality is the physical real we observe the we can touch and feel. Mixed reality means some is the virtual. So like in Robo movie, Rajinikanth talking with robot with virtually. So that is mixed reality. I think understood now everybody. So please be attend. This is the category need to mind it. I want so integrations. What is integrations? So some services. Integration means when you heard this in the word integration, Manikanta.
Continuous processor.
Yes, you are learn about this integration and things in DevOps only. But integration when you heard this word previously.
Integration.
Mass second.
Intermediate level, sir.
Intermediate integrations, definitions, right? So same tech that word terminal is almost similar. Actually, integrating the services to between two services. Suppose I want to Tata Sky integrate with Geo Prime. So this integration is the one one topic. So what you are doing if you are suppose your project is connecting the Tata Sky to Disney Hotstar. Suppose apps. So that is a project. So they are collaborated two organizations. I think all are understood, na? Hemant and Vijay.
Yes.
Understand.
Yeah. So I am giving general scenario. So try to understand the things. If you having doubts, please raise. So the Tata Sky and Disney Hotstar. So they are collaborated. So their business is tie up. So they want to integrate their services and they give the best one another application with the futures. Disney Hotstar plus Tata Sky futures. So there is a concept is the integration of the services. Understood, na? So integration, that's important. The service integrating, so that's the thing. So why integrating? So they are continue integrate the services and verify and after completion of verification, it will give the successful result. So before that, they will do the lot of testings. Going to when you come to the customer perspective in Play Store, before that they will do a lot of tests, correct na? So otherwise it may be fail, then your user will feel bad and customer negative feedback will be impact on the their business. That's the thing.
Yes, sir.
So identity, so identity service giving. So just I am giving the 5 minutes on the Azure cloud, not Azure DevOps. This is Azure cloud. So for understanding that, this is a category. Please remind it. This is the things no need we can learn after. So but need to understand these things left side. So identity. identity means everywhere identity you having. Without identity, nobody can't find you. So identity by your parents surnames and your region, as well as Aadhaar, PAN card, driving license. So that is the identity. And IAM is the one of the main terminology, identity access management. Management is the identity and access. So access is the roles type. Roles means uh, if you take the movie, the lead character is the hero. That role is the hero role. So he is that story will be surrounding him only. So he is the main lead role. So for that is the role. Please understand. So that role is the character of characteristics of the character. So that characteristics describe that. So he is a hero. If you are saying that that role name is the hero, and heroine is the role name is the heroine, and comedian. So comedian, that role name is the comedian. So that role names. So these can be observed like uh, that roles names. This is very, very, very important. So understanding the roles, what is the role. So as same, so there is a this much of service is there. So I want to control the some things. There is a roles is there. So reader, writer, contributor, and administrator. So most of the time admin you hear lot of time, correct na? Admin privilege not I am not having. Otherwise you will say somebody, I think sometime if you are working with IT related or anything, so I not having the admin privileges. So admin will be one only. So I am the admin, administrative privileges. So I when I go into the subscription or active directory, so so active directory means one of the directory of all the users list in the organization. So here see that users, who are the users there. So I created Manikanta and sorry, Manikanta Suresh. So I am the default user. So identity user Microsoft. So Manikanta I given is identity user. So I given one mail ID account created. So this is type of users is there. So here we will give the identity only. Means so system to accept or recognizing. It will recognize it. So if I added create a new user, suppose like so I am not giving any practical now. Just I am creating the Srinivas. So Srinivas or Manikanta or Hemant. So I giving Hemant, this is your mail ID. Please use this to log in my business. So it is not training like this is my Parma book company. So this is my Parma group, our organization mail ID. Please log in with this credential. This is your credential. So like that you will get normally mail ID with password, default password. After that you need to change the default password. So this is the identity only first. So to identity means ID card will be useful when you go when you entered the some, suppose if you want to enter the, you want to enter into the some organization. So your ID card will be helpful to to cross the security gate, to cross the lobby or hall, and you will go for enter into the office organization premises. But you can't go any department particularly. So when you coming that so that access, the roles will be assigned, then only you will be, you can go to this particular department. Otherwise you will be a normally visitor type. Only you want to visit the location, that's only. So up to how much authorizations, that is the role is the one of the authorizations. So I am going here, just I want to show. Forgot this what I am roles, I want to show the roles, the character hero, heroine, comedian, villain. So like that roles I want to show, that's the thing. See that owner. Owner means I think house owner or building owner or company owner, any owner perspective, and that meaning will become only grant full access to manage all resources, including the ability it will pop up. So including the ability to assign roles in Azure RBAC. RBAC means role based access control. Means what role and what access we need. That's the thing. Role based access controls. We will learn later, no problem. So contributor. So he will the help involving purpose. Suppose you are doing the one homework. So I want to help him, my friend. Suppose Hemant. So I want to take the help from Hemant. So I give the contributor access, like to write the my practical book. So he is writing behalf of me. So he is contributing my activity. That's the thing. So contribute. Grant full access to manage all resources, but does not allow you to assign roles in Azure RBAC and manage assignments in Azure blueprints or share images gallery. So like that there is an n number of roles. So based on requirement we will use in the job or a requirement of things. So this is the identity accessments. So like that there is a cloud. So there is a cloud, there is a number of services. So there is a categories. So cloud offering the services in the form of resource creation. So that resource may be a related to what computing, networking, storage, web, mobile, container, database, artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, mixed reality, security, migration, monitor. So monitor means monitoring the things, application insights. How if you are designing some developed some application, so they are developed by your organization, your developer. So you need to check the monitor if 24 hours 7, otherwise it is failing or success. So we need to check the monitor that application nature, how it is working. So that submit. So hybrid other. So that's the thing I want to know. I want to say this is the categories in the cloud. This is a ocean almost, like everything, every new services will be added continuously into the cloud. So this is about cloud. So and one more is that Git. So first before we are starting the Git. So this is a Git. So I want to give the paint in the paint one just a scenario for explanation. So before tools we are using Azure DevOps. So before why we need to use the Git and Azure Cloud. So what is the requirement? So please we need to understand the basic things. So here some this is a Java base and this is a different software and this is a software. So this is also file name is that this file name a dot jar and b dot jar means Java project extension file. So then that's why it is I write jar. So Robin. So one is a US person, so he is belongs to US, USA, Florida. Especially USA is means a big use country. It having almost three times to the bigger than India. So B dot J is uh, Sneha from Mumbai. This is a person Krish from Hyderabad. Okay. So there is a futures and there is a negatives will be there always. Any operation, any process will be the having the futures and as well as defects or any process defects or negatives also will be there. So he is writing code. So code maybe like that. I don't know. This is just code. Don't say this is not code. That is the thing. She is writing different code, but scenario I am explaining that here also he is writing code. So they are all doing for one project. That project name is that project ABCD. Projects Darwin, anything they wanted that wish. So project ABCD is doing. So they are doing for only project ABCD. So they taken some part. His David Robin Hale doing the in a.jr file and some code, and he's doing Sneha doing the Mumbai. So they doing the Mumbai. So I want this. I question. I have a questions. So I have doubts. So I want to clarify from you. So this project in the ABCD. So he is doing the Florida location. I am asking the location point of view. Mumbai, Sneha, and Krish from the Hyderabad. So what is the location point of view backdrop for this project? How they are collaborate? How they are combination collaborate to work? How they will work? So all they will communicate and how will do integrate their code one file. Hemant and Manikanda, any idea
Yes, sir.
in the location point of view? What is the backdrop and what is your suggestion? How they are work? So he is also work from home. He is also work from home. He is also work from home. So how will achieve to go move? So how they are working for one project ABCD. So Hemant, you having any idea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Vijay?
No.
No, no. Okay. So he is working his computer. So he is writing the code means he will open like as same. It is correct or not? You just say. So I want the true or false to your mind only, because after that, okay, this is a process we are doing. So I is saying that a dot j correct na, a dot. So I taken jar. Okay. So see that this is different format change. So I am opening with notepad. I better, I think it is not accepting. So notepad plus plus, it will accept. So see that I am writing the ABCD code, and I am writing the code where
In your
uh, yes, my laptop. This is a
in your
Java project. Yes,
local computer or laptop.
local laptop. So this is local computer. Means it is a organization provided laptops. Otherwise, I will use Visual Studio Code here. So I will a.jar and I will type like some code. Okay, na? Is correct, na? So
Yes, sir.
same like that. Um, this is related to the Git explanation, Git software explanation. Why situation? So why? What is the use? So we are try to understand, not learning the Git, but what is the use scope and why we are using Git. So what is the why we are the starting taking the Git? That's the thing. So that's the thing. So here EA will write the code in his local computer or the company provided a laptop in the some local computer, and he is doing the development same manner. Sneha will do same manner. Krish will be do, but the laptop will be changed. So asset that laptop. This is A laptop, this is B laptop, this is C laptop, and file name is D. So all are the same, but I am getting the difficulty to come to club this code into the one file. Correct? Na? That's the one problem. So I want to club the code. So that's why it is they are working locally here. Local. This terminal is also local. So local directory or working directory, normally in the form of saying that working directory
Directory.
or local directory. So local directory, we will more come to the when learning Git. So there is a remote repository or a lot of things will come. So as same to apply to the everybody, Sneha and every. So they will send the code into the GitHub, one remote to repository. It is the name of terminology.
Yes, sir.
So for their integration will come here. So that's why we want to store. Suppose there is a another defect will also come. Will know backdrop that. So when he is developing first, so who will they will send the code here. So ABCD file jar and so it will be integrated. All the code will be integrated into the remote repository. Means
GitHub.
remotely cloud distance far away. So that's the cloud location. Remote repository. So the Git. That is a repository having the capability of coding the Java project and .NET, anything, any software. So that repository, remote repository, XYZ, we having. So they can send the code here. So this is the issue related thing. It is, far from the locations. So it is remove na, that backdrop, correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Vijay and Hemant. So it is the distance, so location from the far away. So that the problem will resolve. Na? So they will, if you want they want to code some developed part, so they will copy from this location to here remotely. Is it HTTPS? So it is a web-based protocol. So they will copy and they will paste their local computer. So location the issue it will be resolved here. I am saying it is correct or not. That statement is correct or not.
Yes, sir. Correct, sir.
I want yes from the both Hemant and Vijay.
Yes, Krishna. Yes.
Hemant, okay, are you
Uh,
agree with
listening.
me my statement? So I am giving the statements. Maybe it is
Okay.
wrong also sometime. I am also wrong sometime.
Mhm.
So every time I am not the right. So like that. So I am eliminated my distance issue. So okay. So he is doing the fastest finger fast is I he heard about that fastest finger fast. Are you heard about that new thing? Hemant, कौन बनेगा करोड़पति? Are you watched?
Hmm?
Second, कौन बनेगा करोड़पति?
Watch, sir.
So fastest finger fast. What is the fastest? So he is doing the first actually.
Hmm.
Sorry, it is different. Okay. He is doing first, so he is the winner. Code. If he is doing the first pushing the code, so this is a push is the terminal sending. So leave the send in your remove your dictionary, send terminology and push. So use the push code. So when you enter the office, you will be push the door. So it is sending to the opposite. So in the forward direction. Correct na? Door. So this is the push terminal. This is the keyword push. Okay. Sending the code means pushing the code. Receiving the code, copying the code means pull.
Full, sir. Full.
Uh, so pull is the to reverse back. from the reverse scenario. Push is sending the to the this code. So who is push the code first? He is the winner. Like suppose they are developed same logic, different. So he is the winner. He is the winner. So he is the who is the winner? We don't know. All are worked for same code, but he's got first. I think he's got first. So I system don't know how it will address. How will it address? So I
సార్
want. Uh,
ఐడెంట్
yeah, yeah.
ఐడెంటిటీ నెంబర్ క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది సార్.
Yes, so we will that time they when you sending the code, so they will give one identification number. So one unique number. Unique means entirely organization will generate the unique number.
100
Identification unique. So it will be maybe time with time it will capture and it will get a with time the time conversion to the ID identification number serial sequence number. So that's why it is always generate a unique number. Please understand the concept. So if you want the uniqueness, maybe sometime generation may be parallel. Some probability will be there. Probability means it will be when you throw the some match boxes things are some similar observations will be drawing will be observed like so probability. But there is a unique time dimension. So everywhere time is very different. So that's why that a serial number will be generated very different. That's why. So unique identification. And one more is there. One more is Manikanta. You need to tell because identification one factor. It is 100% correct. And one more is that.
అథెంటిఫికేషన్ సార్.
No, no. Now I am saying that word also already in the discussion. Timestamp.
ఎస్ సార్.
Normal Rajamohan stamp and that stamps will be there. Like a timestamp is there. So
ఎస్
what
సార్.
is the timestamp meaning?
టైం సార్, వాళ్ళు పెట్టిన టైం ఉంటుంది కదా సార్,
So
వాళ్ళు
when you
పుష్
commit,
చేస్తారు.
when creating the identification number, unique number, there will capture the time with the time UTC zone. So hours, date, hours
హూ విల్
with
సెండ్ ఫస్ట్.
seconds,
ఎస్ ఎస్.
seconds. So there is a username and things also. Password, username and mail ID will be captured. These are the data when you code sending the code. So you are sending the some data like a packet.
బేస్డ్ ఆన్ టూ థింగ్స్, హూ కెన్ సెండ్ ఫస్ట్ కోడ్.
Mm. So the code, this is the code. So when you sending the code, you are not sending the only not code only. So we'll sending the these details. Please understood and remember always. This is very important. So you when you sending the code, fastest finger fast means he is sending code, he is sending code. So three-person sending the code always. But when you sending code, not only sending the code, you will sending the things like so when you sending the code only not code only, you will send your identity. So identity may be your mail ID in the Git terminology. Identity is the your mail ID and your name. Okay. So who is so that's why you can trace that who will send the code, who has sent the code, okay, who delivered that code to the remote repository. So that identity is there. So then so unique number, serial number. So it is a unique number. So that serial number. So based on serial number, we will address that this is related to him, unique identity number. And one more is that timestamp. So when generated first timestamp. So he started. He is created logic first. Then he is the winner. Understood? No? Based on timestamp, we understood that if he started, he is created first. Then he is the winner. He is created, so he is the winner. Correct or not?
ఎస్
So
సార్,
when
కరెక్ట్.
you sending the code, not only sending the code, so we are sending the identity means you are who are the created and what is username and mail ID, and one is the identity unique ID number. So that is a commit ID. That's the terminology in the Git, and there is timestamp. So there is a total date and time with 24 hours and with seconds. So these things will be sent to the remote repository. Then suppose 100 members also will send, we will find the who is the winner, this mechanism. So that versions, so every identity is the one version, like identity stamp, unique identity stamp. So when your working code is fine, then we use that identity codes version. Otherwise we will go for the different identity unique identity versions, that is the commit id versions. So that's the way system will be remove the location barrier, as well as storing the correct code, and who is the code is correct, we can use that's only. And identity, who developed, who problem created, so we will identify the issues, tracking the issues. So like that we will do the codes. So here that code is coming all the things. Now it is here happening merge. I think merge what he had everybody, I think merging.
Merge means mixer.
Yes,
Eterna.
yes, mixing. So we are mixing the this code. So that is the integration, the integrating the code. So if it is success, so the code is working fine. Otherwise it is fail, it is code is failing. So continuous integration means this is the only CI, continuation integration, continue integration. So continuous integration, integration. So I am integrating the code, so it is working fine. So I am doing the, so when new code available, new code is committed. So commit means is created a unique ID. So when I commit, so commit is the terminology git. So commit means, so is okay code created, so you want to give the unique ID and identity and timestamp. So that is the commit. Okay, commit will be create the unique ID number and identity and timestamp. So then they will commit. So then commit completed. So he is ready for the package, code will be there, and he will push, means he will send to the remote repository. So I will show the remote repository also. I think this is my remote repository. So he hi team continue to. So the I text file I write, I send it to the remote repository. This is a GitHub account. See that. It is also Microsoft hosted. So it is a public here. So that's why it is free. Now if you private also free, some limitations. Every free means some features will be blocked by all the services. Is correct na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's the way. So it is a public, and there is a some limitation also. So enterprises mode means fully featured functionality, some advanced functionality is there, and that is no public, and there is a limited access to the project people who are involved, like here. So Robin, Sneha, Krish, like that. So I want to create the code integration. So see continuation integration. So this is happening CI. So in the present of presentation method, so I'm going to here. So I want to copy this screen actually. Why I'm doing the integration? Integration, continuation integration. So development will be stop always, or we will develop continuously. If WhatsApp application, continue updates will come. Facebook continuation, banking, they will continue develop some future and they will add. Correct or not, Vijay?
Yes,
you
Krishna.
you you will use some applications like some bank application, maybe SBI things. So there will be updates continue. Maybe PhonePe continue will get the updates weekly. Maybe recent days we will getting the updates very quickly. So how So that updation will be compulsory. We need to update with Play Store. So that is a production environment Play Store. So there is the updates continue. So the development will never ends. Correct. So there will be a futures. There is a two type of developments. Like one is a futures. They will add extra future, and there is a bug. There is security issues. They will also remove that updates. So through updates they will also remove that issues through updates. So developer will always work and they will always create the new code and develop the code and push to the remote repository here. Remote repository here. So remote repository. So when you remote repository will the code is came here. So when a new code come, so it is code is working or not, I need to check or not. Hemant.
Sir.
So suppose I am the developer developed some code, so it is come to the remote repository finally. So
Hmm.
whether I need to check that code is working fine or not, I need to check or correct or. So otherwise we can wait for some long time, 6 months, for 8 months. Then code will accumulate lot of code. Then we will start into checking. It is that is correct, or when you come code came that time only verify and it is correct, working fine or not, taking the result feedback, taking the immediate feedback. So that is correct. Which one is better? You thinking that?
Immediate feedback is better, sir.
Super, super, great. That is the continuation integration. That is the CI pipeline. So we
Hmm.
will do creating the. If you suppose when you this is picture. So Robin push the code into the this Git to be
GitHub.
install folder, GitHub account. So so I want to test. So I want test with this code. I will copy this code. Other will here see that. Just observe here copied. So that's why I say. So I copy that's code copied and I will go for this location. I will paste this code here like uh, so this is see that what I am doing manual things na correct or not. I'm doing manual things, copying, pasting, and I will.
Yes, sir.
I'm doing this
Yes, sir.
terminal, and so if you not understand things also here, don't bother, and I will test the code. Just I am testing here code. So this is manual, na manual approach. It is correct. I when I code commit when I code commit means pushing the code to the remote repository. So sending the code, push means sending the code by Robin to here. So I want to generate the integration automatically and giving the test feedback to the developer. It automatically. So what that is the better or this is the better? Manual method. Vijay, don't mind if I am say asking the name. Uh, if you know, give the answer. Yeah,
Manually better, I think.
manual better.
Mm.
No,
No.
no, yes, that is no. We are the DevOps engineers because of automation.
Yes, sir.
So that's the things we are doing. So we are not a programmer. We not write any Java code, C language, .NET, Python, Ruby, machine learning. Any lot of Groovy is there. Lot of L number of Ruby and Node.js. So lot of code softwares. So anything will also will not write any code, but we will integrate. We will write the pipeline. That is the pipeline is the continuation integration. I am saying that this task. So integration to the text. So that pipeline I will write with some little bit script or stages. I will define the stages. So when Rabin A and Rabin B, Snehab and so when code push, so how it will happen. So manually, so I will remove the manual intervention, total automation. So it will give suppose per day sun merging. So that time merge happen, then we will generate the integration test. So we will generate the one code package. So whenever any code creating, so that it will be executable file will generate, that is the artifactory. Where is paint? Here. So this figure will give more information actually. So whenever final code, so this is final code. If you say, so as say that Hemant said that whenever code came to the remote repository, it is new code added. So new code added, so that functionality, that functionality is working fine or not, I need to check. So it is immediate feedbacking. So then if you not working, so we will remove that unnecessary code, and it will be future barrier to us of that application. So here this is artifact is one terminology. Artifact, so artifact means executable file. Executable, executable file means we can install like a PhonePe APK, WhatsApp APK, that is or Windows. Normally, you installed any software recently in your laptop. Can you give the name by one? Recently or any time, last, any software installed in your laptop?
Citrix.
Citrix.
Yes, sir.
Citrix, okay. And Hemant, I think you not, but your mobile device installed anything? Tell me. Slow, na Hemant. Please be fast. Our time is very valid. It is running a meter like. So, Manikanta, what installed last?
Recently, I installed Terraform, sir, in
So,
my laptop.
so what is the file extension? I think I also download file. I having lot of numbers. I will go more comfort. So this is our software executable PDF. See that dot PDF. This is a file only, not executable file. That is, see that this is MS Paint dot exe. This is
Yes,
executable file.
the,
This is a
yes, sir. Yes.
so please remember this thing. This is a executable file. This is a .exe is a .NET framework useful. So this is related to the Windows software, and this is the artifactory. So now when I'm writing the artifactory, the terminology, you will be not understand anything. But I'm saying that this is the artifactory. Some Robin created code, and after that I integrated code, say continuous integration done. I will execute that file, and if it failure, I will give the feedback to the developer. Hey, you are Robin. So I am here. Who is the hero? CI is the ours, maybe Ramakrishna DevOps engineer Rama, or uh,
Yes, sir.
Hemant. So we are the so we are role is here. So we are integrating the pipeline. We are creating the CI pipeline, continuous integration pipeline. So this activity will do with the automation. So every time, how many commits, how much develop, whatever development you do no problem. We are ready to do the pipeline automation. So it will give it when you commit the new code. He developed some code, he added here. So merge will happen, and it will be the integration will be done, and it will feedback failure or success application, that artifact, that executable file artifact, that's maybe a .exe or .jar also. Anything will be the artifactory artifact. That's name is the terminology. Artifact is the executable file. So that will be generate, and we will change it. So for suppose this is generated mspater.exe. So how I generated? Generated, okay. So but it is working fine or not? How we'll say? So first one is that if you it is code is correct, then it will generate a .exe. Otherwise, it will fail to generate the things. Then feedback will become will be provided through mail to the Robin, because he is since far away from that distance, and if there is a failure, message will be stored in the location of pipeline as well as. So Robin, your code is failed because executable file not creating. I will send the mail like. So Sneha, your code is not working. So if you generated executable file, I will store that generated file, and there is a environment, deployment environment to work or development. Suppose you developed a PhonePe application, WhatsApp application, so there is a need your one environment device required, like you that you need, it need capability of to run the Android application, like so like Apple mobile, smart mobile, like so that environment will also will sometime we need to create. So and they will apply, will deploy, or we will install that executable this file, like this paint executable file into the like Windows system. I will create a, suppose I, Robin and Sneha or Krishna for creating the this MS Paint file. This is a .NET project. Think that. So they are created a MS pipeline integration. So CI/CD pipeline, CI pipeline, continuation integration. So I created a executable file artifactory. So it is okay. Now it is generated here like that. So I want to test this application. So how will I test? So I will go here. So compute machine, so computer, so I need a computer to check the application, because since this is a .exe, so understand the what is that application, that is a .NET, so that is Windows application, so I need Windows system, so that's why I want to, so I know the cloud is also Windows machine give, because it is computer, computer means computer will give, so I know the computer, where is computer, virtual machine is my computer, so I will go here. So that deployment environment I am creating, that environment means that place we can work in the virtually. So here I want to create, try to create a virtual Windows machine, but just I want to you. So leave it that options. So here Linux, so there is a n number of things, so I will check the Windows server, so it is related to Windows, so Windows 10 Pro, so I think the you people know this one, Windows Pro 10 Pro or Windows 11 recently softwares. So I will create a Windows machine, so I can able to install this file like .exe file into the Windows machine virtually, correct? Any debate, any controversy is there? Hemant and Vijay or Manikanta? So I generated, so Robin, I am saying that this Robin and Sneha and Krish, they are developing the .NET or Windows application, MS Paint. So they are integrated. So I see, I am the DevOps engineer. I continuation integration and I created executable. So sometime failure, sometimes success. Success completion after executable file. That is a path. So where it is? So that is I have a executable file. So I generated a artifact ms paint a3gxe.exe. This is the artifactory. So it is a executable file. So I want test this one. So that's why I need a environment. That environment is a Windows environment, because it is a Windows application. So I choose the Windows application creation in the cloud. Why I am using the cloud here? So because my laptop is not capable to handle that one, and I know that the system will not allow, because we are working with the cloud only. So I will choose Windows 10. I will install that application into the respective virtual Windows server, and I'll test that. I will install, after that I will give the, so I will give the this application details to the developer. Hey, you developed, 1 minute. 1 minute, charge is going on. So, Robin, you are developed what are the application? So, I deployed into the Windows virtual machine. So, please check the your application working fine or not. Here also, you will develop creating the Windows machine as a infrastructure as a code as a DevOps engineer, but you will give the details to the Robin. So, they will check that their application is working fine or not. So and they will if you satisfy as satisfied, so okay, that is when developer checking that environment is will be the DevOps like a develop environment like dev environment. So then he is okay fine. Then we will go for the stage, and after that we will move to the production like a Play Store or things. So we will publish to the artifact to the production area. So this is the method. So we are creating the CI pipeline with automation. This is the purpose as a DevOps engineer. So the with we are contributing the in the project. So it may be a project, maybe a Java, .NET, Ruby, Python, web application, mobile application, anything. So we are the DevOps engineer. We are the role is there, na? So that's the why we are having the jobs here. That's the way. So we are the to be having two pipelines also there. So CA and CD will come to next. So up to this one, there is any doubts? Will please ask me, Manikanta.
No, sir, no.
Because since you are starting from Git only, that's why you know.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Hemant,
Sir. No.
you are understanding anything or not?
Yeah, understanding, sir.
Understanding, na?
Mm,
So,
Sir,
understand.
yeah, please.
ఇక్కడ మెర్జ్ దగ్గర కంటిన్యూ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ అన్నారు కదండి, కంటిన్యూషన్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ అన్నారు కదండి అక్కడ మెర్జ్ దగ్గర.
Yes, yes.
అది మెర్జ్ మెర్జ్ అవుతుంది కదండి, అదేనండి కంటిన్యూషన్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ అంటే మనం.
Yes, yes. So it is integrating the code, different already existing code. It is integrating to the different code, na. So when merge completed, na. So we there is a merge means the code will be merged from the old to existing new. So it will create a new code. So that after that we'll do the continuous integration test. Like so we will check that application is working right. So even though merging also will fail. Sometime it is code fail.
ఓకే.
So then it is working the code is fine or not. So we'll check that's also. So it is generating the executable file or not. So
ఎస్ సార్.
first we need to merge. Merge completed, it will be trigger the one commit ID. So here also one ID, unique ID and timestamp. All will be generated. So then it will move. It will try to generate the one executable file. So .exe like
ఎస్
this
సార్.
file always will generate the where is this download.
ఎస్ సార్, ఎస్ సార్, ఓకే సార్.
So like that. So that execution file create na. So then it is first step is completed. Means it is code is working and it is executing the one. Can create a executor file. So that's okay. Then that file is working file with the environment level. So that's why we will run and create a Windows machine, Java machine or Linux machine. So anything,
దట్
any
రిక్వైర్మెంట్.
requirements to run the application, it is working fine or not. So we are the as a DevOps engineer, we will create the pipeline and we will create the development environment as well as production environment also. Infrastructure as a code. So DevOps engineer we have in two roles. We will create the pipelines. This is the name of the things CI/CD pipelines, continuation integration, continuation delivery. So continuation delivery means we are delivering to the different environment. Like here, I will give some pictures here small. This is each if I am having three VMs like Windows VM. WinVM, just a shortcut. So it is a dev. First we'll check dev. You yesterday posted in the articles, na. So this is a stage before going to the production staging. So like three stage we will develop and verify the result. So some application will be you will be the provide the environment like Windows machines and all the stages. But application testing and result it is performing well or not. Some will be the developer perspective. Developer will be verification. So you need to provide the environment stages like that's only. But after installation application he will do developers, they will test the things. Okay, then they will give the uh, signal to move next location. So like this is production, maybe this maybe Play Store or anything. So product we have we have integration with Play Store also in our pipelines in Azure DevOps. So like that it will go here, and after that it go here. After completion success it go here like that. It is like one cycle. So this is the same. So first we will create the executor file, that is the first step, and it is working fine. We will check the environment, deploying to this environment. So there also so we will go some detailed picture. So I want to ask this question to the Vijay. So, sorry I forgot it. So any doubt here? If you know, I will come go for the next.
No doubt.
So as I will capture this image, some changes have done. Na? I am going the picture. Here now you understand very easy. So I why I am explain this Git. Please mute yourself. Who is source code? We Git why I am say using this one. I already told. So this is DevOps. So here I did uh, thing. So this repository is a repository. Whatever the GitHub or Azure anything. So this is a Visual Studio code. So this is a code. So I am writing the code. This is tool will be helpful. Yesterday also I discussed sometime. So this is the first step. Is you are the software engineer. Please imagine you are in the place. So you will be write the code. So you will not write the code. Some developer will be write the code. So so this is a rabbit. So in you are the DevOps person. We will having the engineers with the developer engineers as well as DevOps engineers. So Visual Studio Code you will be used by the DevOps engineer as well as programmer. So the program will write the code here like this, some code. They will store the code into the repos like that. Here they will send the code because local coding and local storage is not correct, and that is always with centralized code. This is centralized distribution method, and we will store the code here with some features of Git. So we will learn when Git part it is detailing. So there is a repository here. So why I will come here, you will know that the terminology is that repositories. See the name. So, sometime we will use the repository in the Azure DevOps also. So this is also repos. Repos means shortcut name, repositories. So that name means repository means capability of storing the code in remotely. That's the thing is the repository store. That's the terminology. So that's why Azure Repos means Azure Cloud DevOps, and GitHub having the repositories. The terminology name is will be changed from the tech service to service. So test plans, if you developer created any test plans, so then it will do the test of the code. So if you they are created any test plans in the pipelines, so we will add that test plans into that location, otherwise we'll do. So here CI pipeline and CD pipeline. CI continuation integration, so executable file will create and check the code analysis. That's also will come like so if you are checking the code, code analysis, like vulnerability, security things, any bugs, I think everybody will know the some viruses attack to the laptop, some viruses attack to the servers recently. So security virus software also will be captured in the program hidden method, or some anybody suppose some developer wantedly created any virus software, then I also issue. So they code need to need to verify the security thing aspect as well as validity, as well as good pattern. So say we will, when you're writing the code, they will follow some 3 4 things, basic compulsory. That is one, arranging the framework beautifully, and security point of view, bugs are there anything, and security level. So for Java, they may be having the different advisable methods. So when you write in the Java code, there is a advisable methods process will be there. Or .NET, when writing the .NET, there is advisable functions, so you need to write this one and this is one. If I remove this one, it will give, see that the string at this location is not terminated due to unexpected notification. It is giving some suggestion. See that. So like that, they will write the suggestion. So that software, some software is there, Sonar Cube and things. So that will be verify the software, what are the code you written. That is good pattern used, and security point of view, vulnerability is there, any virus is there, like that they will take some 10 or 5 10 or the 100 parameters, they will check and it give the result. Then it's okay, then go for the next step. So then okay, then it will create the executable file, then it's okay, then executable file will be deployed into the Windows virtual machine. Then I will give the environment, so that will go move for the CI CD. CI is the continuation integration. Continuation delivery means one environment, deployment environment, one development environment to the staging environment, staging environment to the production environment. That is the continuation delivery. Here two terminologies, yes, continuation integration, continuation delivery, or continuation deployment. There is a two deployment. So continuation integration is code verification, code quality, security, and executable file creation. Then that is a CI completion. Then continuation delivery is the deploying into the development environment, deploying into the stage environment, deploying into the production environment. So moving one location to another, one location to another location. That is the continuation delivery. This is the only doing the job by the Azure DevOps person. As a DevOps, Azure or AWS or Jenkins or anything, that is only we are doing. So sometime we will create the environment, infrastructure as a code method. La- Up to last yesterday, we did learn Azure CLI, Azure PowerShell, Terraform. To help with the tools, we creating the infrastructure as a code. So normally we are creating the any machine. So if you want Windows virtual machine, I will go here and manually. If you want to create 100 virtual machines, it can't do from this location manually. It will take 3 to 4 days, maybe 15 days. So it is not acceptable by the any organization. That's why simple Visual Studio Code or any CLI. Otherwise, when you try to type CMD or anything, MCD I typed wrong. CMD. If you go your Windows machine here, enter like open. So So this is a CLI command line interface, and this, if you are visualization screen, it is a GUI, graphical user interface. So that's the difference. So two screens will be there. So here I want to I will say that my command is that if I integrate developed some software, Azure create a virtual machine, Windows machine, I will say enter, then it will create the, I need 10 numbers, it asks 10 numbers, it will create automatically here Azure cloud 100 virtual machines, Windows virtual machines. So I reducing time and more cost efficiency, and it will be more stable and sustainability, and more reliability will be the 100%. So if you code written it will not vary anytime. So whenever I am using, so it will give 100% success, uh, true in result. So there is no defect will become like that. So like that I will create a infrastructure as a code. So last of class we will learn from the things, these things from the next classes, no problem. So this is the things we will do, the continuous integration and continuous delivery by the DevOps engineers. That's why we are getting the jobs. So whatever the project, we will get the jobs with help of CI and CD pipeline and infrastructure as a code. So this is the Azure Web application. So this is architect of the application. So this is the code. So developer will write the code here. Please understand the things. If you some information, some part of the information also understood, then okay. Code will be write in the Visual Studio Code and store into the remote repository, that is the GitHub or Azure repos, and here pipeline will be write into the Azure DevOps. Still I am not into the Azure DevOps, but we are we are explained about what we'll do in the Azure DevOps. We will write the code two pipelines, that is the CI and CD, continuous integration as well as continuous delivery. CI will be the code integration. There CI part is that first we will check the code, verify quality, security aspect and analysis. Vulnerability is there. Static code analysis. What is static? Static means standardly not moving anywhere, that is a static. Dynamic means random moving, that is a dynamic nature. It is a static code, that's why it is not moving anywhere, that's why it is a static code analysis. So through Sonar Cube and some tools is there, so we will learn, that's the thing. And then we will generate executable file with the tools Maven for Java project and .NET, Nougat, and so there are the tools for Android, Nougat. So like we will use the tools and we will generate and an executable files, like I having a download folder. Where is my download folder? Like MS Paint.exe. So I will generate the type of package, that is the artifactory. So that artifact will be need to test. So that need to test come to the CD part, that is continuation delivery part. So that location is the environment need. So means that's why I'll choose the Azure cloud. So here see that, so that's why I need Azure cloud. So I for testing, running and production environment also doing the cloud. Previously on-premise services servers will be there, now we are using the cloud. So in the cloud I created a dev environment, stage environment, production environment, Windows virtual machines. So there I will deploy that executable files, .exe files into the Windows virtual machines. So that is the delivery part, so continuation delivery. So and delivery part is in the dev environment, stage and production. Development environment after deployment, so that verification will be monitoring and will be do by the developer as well as we DevOps engineer also sometime. So that is working fine, then go to the stage. If stage is working fine, go to the production. That's the way. So this is the web application is the environment to test the application executable file artifact. It is running the application here. If you are, if you are creating any application like Android or anything, so you need to run the application then only it is performance will know. So how? And we need to run the application, and we give the application to the world also through production environment. So production is the live environment, it will be served to the entire world. Dev and stage will be the company organization environment, they will test and analyze the result. So here that environment will be the Azure cloud, Azure Cloud, Microsoft Azure Cloud. So then Azure Application Insights. Insights means that is performance test. How is CPU using, how RAM it is using, how it is performance is there. So log, who are in logging. So you are created one application. Some Srinivas or Manikanda or anybody, Ramakrishna, so logged, login, that account created. How many user accounts. So everything will be come under the insights. So engineer, so you are the software engineer. Same that process engineering you will be working this one, and this life cycle will continue. So any next you will add the some future to the code here. You will write, and it will store in the repository. So there is first merge will be happen, and code will be created. So next, when you new code created, I need to test the code. So I will text security and vulnerability static code analysis. Then I will create a executor file, and then I will deliver to the development environment. Here CI part complete. This is CI continuous integration. Then it's continuous delivery. There continuous delivery. There is development stage and production. So like that, this cycle will continue. So never stop. So here also that here also continuous integration and continuous delivery. See, build and test. Building the code means, so and build the executive file and testing the code. So this is the based on the result we will do the continuous integration server, and after that staging and production. This is a delivery is given the beautifully. So when pushing the code developer repository and building the application and testing the code, and this is a CI part and CD part. We are the developer CI CD only, and infrastructure will be requirement is there. So we will create the infrastructure with help of coding infrastructure code. So in the Azure cloud as well as AWS as well GCP with the Terraform. So no problem with creating the infrastructure with help of code. We having the document. So that's the way as a DevOps engineer doing the job. So 5 minutes, please ask your questions. Any question from
No, sir. No, sir.
Hemant
No, sir.
and Vijay?
No doubt.
So if you understand, I will daily Azure DevOps. Please mute. Please mute. Please. 2 minutes.
అయితే ఇలా యోగా దినమున్నది కదా ఇవాళ సంది యోగా చేసుకుంటాం ఫుల్ యాక్టివ్ ఉంటామని మనలో కదలకపోయేది ఇక మరి యోగా ఎంత బాగా చేస్తున్నావో ఏమో మా పిల్లగాడు
So if you, I will daily, I will present this video, this imagination, this image, and I will learn starting of the class where I am, and ending the class where I am in the stage. So daily I will show this picture. With this picture, you can explain the interview almost 20 minutes. So this is a very important thing. That's why this image is, this is not understood by the even developer also content. This image will be explain the 20 minutes interview. So this is only we are doing the job. So I will explain starting of the class and ending of the class. I will show. So where I am what task I did today. Okay. So okay, we will meet tomorrow. I am stopping the recording.